You take the moon and you take the sun. You take everything that seems like fun. You stir it all up and when you're done, rada 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 da. So come on in, feel free to do some looking. Stay well, cause something's always cooking. Come on in, feel free to do some looking. Stay well, cause something's always cooking. Yeah! Alright. There was a show on Cartoon Network that was God tier. A show so legendary, so ahead of its time, it didn't get much appreciation during its run. That show was Chowder. Chowder is a 2007 Food Network documentary about a purple bear cat rabbit boy on his quest of becoming an epic gamer chef. He works with a surrogate family, including a blue man reject, a rock monster, and PCP. The show ran for 3 seasons, premiering in 2007 and concluding in 2010. The show was very well loved, but it didn't get mega ratings like Adventure Time. Many people, myself included, adored this show growing up. And with the current 2000s nostalgia boom happening this year, you'd think they'd pick up on this show. But none have. Someone has to do this show justice, and it's going to be me. I'm going to prove that Chowder is better than you remember. Now, this won't be a full series retrospective or an episode by episode breakdown, but I will go over the best elements that made me enjoy Chowder. It starts with its commitment to quirkiness. Chowder was never afraid to stick to its idiosyncrasies. Now, most Cartoon Network originals had their unique touches, but Chowder took it a step further, and nothing shows this better than the pilot episode. We start with the pilot, the Froggy Apple Crumple Thumpkin. Our bear cat rabbit boy goes on an errand to pick up some ingredients. He arrives at Mung Doll's catering company. Chowder and the gang start on the episode's aforementioned recipe. They go through the world's largest cookbook, whack no fruits as if they were slot machines, do 72 other steps, and finally thumb wrestle the dish. Mung and Schnitzel can't beat it, so Chowder tries eating it. The dish gets scared. Mung hands it to the customer in time, and that's it. This episode showcases how weird, vibrant, and unique the world of Marzipan City is, and all under 11 minutes. I mean, what other show is this creative with making food? That's just the tip of the iceberg. The show doesn't take itself uber seriously, but it doesn't get too crazy either. Mostly. Like, usually the biggest issue is trying to make a dish, and Chowder tries eating it when he's not supposed to. The music also contributes to the overall chilled atmosphere. I have no clue what genre it is, but the chillness somehow fits the carefree nature of the program. The laid-back tone might make the show feel lazy, but its animation is quite the opposite. The animation is the definition of variety. Looking back, I really appreciate the mixture of traditional 2D animation, stop-motion segments, and occasional puppetry. There are so many great cutaways, I never felt jarred when it cut to them. These are small touches they didn't need to do, but they did them anyway. And the most unique visual quirk are the shirt patterns. For most characters, whenever they move, their clothing patterns are static in place. Take Chowder's hat for example. Whenever he changes position, the pattern stays the same. Basically, these patterns are chroma keyed behind the characters. It's such a weird quirk you don't expect, but it connects to the overall cohesive patchwork. And that's my first hallmark.
Creative patchwork.
There are so many different elements that come together like a cohesive tapestry. The contrasting genres shouldn't work, but they do. But nostalgia notwithstanding, there are a few things that I didn't like from my rewatch. A few jokes solely exist to extend the runtime, like Mung holding a wooden spoon in Sing Beans, or Chowder doing a world record speedrun in the first 2 minutes of the pilot, or when Chowder and Panini spend like 30 seconds awkwardly flirting in the front of her door. Oh, and a few episodes from the season 1 DVD made me go, what was that? Like in Cinnamini Monster, Chowder and crew snort these size-altering drugs, and they're held captive in this monster house. They play a board game a bit, and not much happens. But I saved the best element for last. Let's talk about all the crazy stuff the show had to offer. Like in Chowder's boyfriend, Chowder accidentally becomes an epic gamer boyfriend. We meet Endive and her apprentice Panini for the first time. They're foiled to Mung Doll and Chowder. Panini acts all cute for Chowder, and he's like, I'm not your boyfriend. So he spends the rest of the episode trying to dissuade her. He even plays her a song. I'm not your boyfriend, I'm not your boyfriend, I'm not your boyfriend, I'm not your boyfriend. So Panini's like, dude, let's just be friends. And he loses his status as epic gamer boyfriend. Then there's the Thrice Cream Man. Chowder eats way too much Thrice Cream, so the crew makes a sentient Thrice Cream Man. That doesn't work, so they make a Thrice Cream woman. They have Thrice Cream children, like, what? I thought this was a kid's show. Or in Flibber Flabber Diet, Truffles puts the whole crew on a vegan diet. They eat Nickelodeon slime on everything. The guys don't like it, so they send Chowder and Truffles on a Pokemon Go quest. Mung and Schnitzel enlarge the place, and Truffles returns. She's convinced that the diet worked. Chowder and crew shrink dry the place, but way too much, and they go on a vegan diet again. But I saved the best for last. It's perhaps the most memorable episode, and it illustrates the best aspect of Chowder. In Shopping Spree, Truffles gets sick. She entrusts the company fortune to Mung Doll, so naturally, Mung and the guys go on a shopping spree and max their credit card. Soon, they're broke.
We're out of money! What? Rada? Do you know what this means, man? No money means no animation!
Seeing the voice actors in the flesh, washing a car to a royalty-free rendition of Car Wash, is unexpected, yet genius. It's built up really well, and it's my favorite joke in the series. And for that, I'm giving it my second hallmark.
Best fourth wall breaks.
A fourth wall break is any moment a character becomes aware of the boundaries beyond their fictional world. Chowder sprinkles in so many of these bizarre moments, like when Mung says,
Chowder, look at what you've done! Now the animators are gonna have to draw all this fire!
And Chowder wrote these jokes in such a casual way where it never called attention to itself. I mean, fourth wall breaks are nothing new. Gumball and Sonic Boom the Show do these a lot, but in those instances, they go like, look at us, look at how clever we are. Ain't breaking the wall fun? Well, Chowder did away with the opposite attitude. I know there's a 17-minute montage of all of the show's best fourth wall breaks, but dude, just watch the show. They land way funnier that way. It's time to rate this show. Dude, I appreciate Chowder more than ever. While a few jokes exist as time stretchers, and a few episodes aren't that memorable, Chowder still holds up. It might not have the impact of the Ed Boys or the Foster People, but I loved it all the same. But whatever happens, I'll still remember this Bearcat Rabbit Boy. Long live Chowder. I give Chowder 4.5 scoops of Thrice Cream out of 5. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and comment below. I'll see you next time on LOGtv Television. Trey out.